Hello, how are we? And welcome back to another video. So this video is why I work in the football industry. There's lots of reasons. It's a great industry. So yeah, let's jump straight into this one. So first of all, a little bit about me. My name's James. I am player care at Portsmouth Women. Let me move my fat head out of the way. I'm also an athlete program executive at Futureproof, and I own my own digital marketing agency as well as being at uni still. Only got a few months left and kind of wait to leave that. So reason one is it does not feel like work. Honestly, it's very enjoyable being in this industry. Sometimes the days are long, but you know, who cares? You work in a sport that you love and have grown up watching. You know, a lot of people who are in, I can imagine a lot of coaches, they want to be footballers and they don't become footballers, and it's like their dream's over. However, they have that second opportunity at that dream when they can work in the industry. So yeah, I like that about it. Like I say, you've grown up watching the sport. It's very rewarding. You know, we've had some games this season, Portsmouth Women, where we've beat the team who was at the top of the table and we're second, and we've been going back and forth all season, and we beat them, and we're 1,200 people watching, and that was like brilliant. Like being on the pitch afterwards, like, you know, clapping the fans and that's insane. So very rewarding. But then you have the lows as well of losing. We've lost a few games this season, but losing to Hashtag was pretty low. That was like our first loss. That was pretty bad, but you know, you move on. So yeah, very rewarding, and it doesn't feel like work, to be honest. So, you know, the second reason why, because you love football. That's the reason to work in the football industry. That's why everyone does. There are some people who don't love football who are in the industry, but the majority of people love football because it can be stressful at times, I imagine. I mean, not in my role. I'm not in a full-time role, but in some roles, yeah, very stressful. So you've got to love football. The pay's not great. The pay is not great. How, you know, considering the amount of money there is in the industry, the pay's not great. However, and there's a lot of free labour. A lot of interns work for free because clubs do that. Clubs know that interns want, uni students want experience, and someone's going to do that work for free. So why pay them? It's worth doing it though. It's worth it. For me, my dad always said to me when I was young, if you do a job that you love, then it's not really work, and I agree with that a lot. So yeah, even though the pay's not great, it's worth it. Next point is the people you meet. So this is a big one for me. The majority of people who work on football are brilliant people. Honestly, I've met some people this season at Portsmouth Football Club. They're brilliant. They really are. And the majority of people you meet in football are brilliant. You know, they're really nice people. There's a few dickheads. I've met a few dickheads, but you get dickheads everywhere. So yeah, and you can build great relationships with these people. Even last season when I was at Portsmouth's under-18s, I was working with the 18s and some of the lads in there. You know, really good lads. In particular, Spencer and Elliot, like, you know, good people who you can meet, and I've seen them since, and it's good. You have a catch up with these people and you care about how these people are getting on. So yeah, honestly, it's good. It's really good. This is a big part of it for me. The people you meet in football is big. You spend a lot of time with these people. If you're travelling away, you could spend a weekend with these people. And what we've got at Portsmouth Women is brilliant. It honestly really is. The manager, the head coach is what he does in terms of like culture and welcoming staff and including everyone. You know, the photographer travels up with us, the player care travels up with the team, everyone travels together, and yeah, he's built a really good culture there. So yeah, just an example of that. It can lead to an amazing career. So the pathways in football are actually really exciting, really interesting. It's all about being in the right place at the right time. So just a quick example is a guy called Zesh Rahman, who is the first team coach at Portsmouth Football Club Men's. Great guy, honestly one of the best people I've met in football. He was the under-18s coach at the academy. Danny Cowley last January got sacked as Portsmouth head coach. So Zesh got appointed as interim assistant first team manager to Simon Bassi, who was a coach at the time. And Zesh done well. Obviously, he impressed in that role. So then, when John Messinio come in, Zesh was appointed first team coach and then first team development coach. So he would have had a decent pay rise from that. So it's all about being in the right place at the right time. But I was so happy for Zesh. He deserves that. He's a great guy. So yeah, that was really cool. But it's just an example of, you know, people getting sacked or people moving on. If someone at Man United moves on, that job is then open. Someone from Stoke could get the job at United, and then someone needs to fill that role at Stoke. So it's just a conveyor belt. The labour turnover is quite hard probably, but yeah, this is exciting. It's really cool. You don't know where you could end up. You could get, if you work in football, you could get a phone call anytime saying, you know, Liverpool want you, or Saudi want you, or, you know, with that big buck. So, you know, you don't know. Just an example of that, what I was talking about. So Richard Hughes he's a great guy, by the way. I've met him a few times, and yeah, he's a really cool guy. He is sporting director at Portsmouth. You know, good job, good money, good job security, and he's done great, by the way, in that role. He really has. But he started off as a academy performance analyst. Probably unpaid. That role probably was. Then he moves on to first team performance analysis. Then he moves on to head of performance analysis. Then he's a scout at Burnley. Then he's a recruitment analyst at Wigan. Then he's an academy recruitment coordinator. Then he's head of recruitment at Forest Green. Then he's head director of football at Forest Green. And then he's sporting director at Pompey. What a good journey that is. Really cool. And he'll go on to great things. I think he's in his 40s, so he will go on to even bigger roles. But just an example, you know, of how you can climb up. I think that's really exciting and like a motivation. Another example, so this is a guy from Portsmouth, Max Swatton. So Max, again, great guy, really dedicated to what he does. However, he should probably change that profile picture because he's got a new haircut now. He started off, as you can see, why is that? Fucking, can't get rid of that. Bloody hell. He started off as a social media assistant at a charity, Portsmouth in the Community. Probably unpaid. Worked his way up. He didn't even go uni. He's not even got a degree. And now he's digital and social media lead at Portsmouth Men's. And he does the women's too. You know, good role, good money probably. Long hours, to be fair to him. But, that's his choice. But, yeah. So that just shows you, again, an example of the journey you can take on football. He didn't even go uni. He just got that experience, I think, through the women's team originally with Jay Sadler. So yeah, it's just another example of how you can work your way up, and he's doing great, and he'll go on to great things as well, and get a good role. So another example, Hugo at Schechter. So Hugo, great guy, really good guy, very helpful guy, very friendly guy. He runs a company called the Player Care Group. I recommend their course for anyone wanting to get into player care. Even if you don't, do the course because it just opens up options for you in your head. I only took the course because I thought it's just another thing to put on my CV. I ended up falling in love with player care. So yeah, trust me, do the course. Anyway, he started off as an intern at Southampton. Then he went to America. Then he got a job as player liaison at Southampton. And then he became the founder and managing director. He saw a gap in the market, and he took advantage. Player Care Group, he founded that company. They do consulting for Newcastle, for Brentford, for lots of Premier League clubs to look at their player care. He also runs the course to teach others how to do this. So just an example. I mean, what an example of a guy who started as an intern, now running a company and making a lot of money, but also, more importantly, making a difference to what he does. Is there any other examples? No, there's no other examples. So thanks for watching. That is a quick video on why you should work in the football industry. Do it, get involved, believe you can do it. It's hard to get in, but 100% worth it. So thanks for watching, and all the best. Any advice you'd want, if I can help, and yes, shoot me a message on Instagram or LinkedIn. So yeah, enjoy your day and thank you for watching. All the best.